Hi everyone, it's Dr. Barby here. It has been a while that I've posted a video to talk about some things. I've been extremely busy with a lot of projects that are going on. Right now I'm currently outside. I am walking my dog and it is about 100 Fahrenheit degrees here. But I was thinking about this past 4 days or so. 4 days ago, I actually got diagnosed with a toe fracture after a rubber weight plate slipped from my hands. I was putting it away, and it hit my toe vertically at the right angle that it needed to hit in order for my toe to break. And it is my first fracture ever. Thankfully, it's been this long without any issues. But it definitely took more of a mental toll on me than a physical toll. The pain really was just for about really bad pain, about an hour, and then it dwindled down, and then about after hour 4 the pain completely resolved and I still haven't had pain physically. The issue has been more of the psychological and emotional pain because throughout my journey with recovery, I had to figure out new ways to cope with my stress that weren't exercise related. I continue to move my body because it really feels good. Since a young age, I've been an intuitive mover. I love to do physical activity, and well, I was told 4 days ago that no physical activity for a while, particularly lifting weights at all, not just heavy weights at all, period. And CrossFit is my main exercise platform nowadays. I also do some dancing, and I actually have a workshop coming up really soon where I'm going to teach belly dancing. But lately it's been mainly the weights that help me out because it's so hot during the summer. It's difficult to do cardio to the intensity that I would want it to help my psychological stress. So it really took a toll of me. I was told I can swim and I can bicycle ride, so I do have a stationary bike at home, so I'm probably going to do that starting next week because I was also doing some physical therapy for my shoulder before this was going on, and the physical therapist was upset with me that I was not limiting my weightlifting, but I was lifting less weight overall, trying to heal the shoulder while also maintaining movement. And so I decided to take this broken toe thing in order to just take a rest for a week. And I actually see the physical therapist tomorrow again. Resting my shoulder, actually, it's feeling worse than it was before when I was limiting the amount of weights that I was doing and not the activity. And now that I limited the activity completely, it's just my shoulder's not doing well. So it should be interesting tomorrow to see what the physical therapist says because I've been following his advice to a T these last 5 days. And so I'm hoping we'll change a little bit of what we need to do since my shoulder is still hurting without any activity and the exercise that he gave me. Anyways, so I actually wanted to post this video because I wanted to show you that I am trying to be compliant with the recommendations, but I'm struggling. Exercise has been one of those things in my recovery that my therapist wanted me to stop completely, and I never did because we truly didn't find other coping mechanisms for my stress level that were as effective because I've been exercising since I can remember. When I was an intuitive eater before I started my first diet at the age of 9. Before that, I always moved my body. I was always moving 3, 4, 5 hours a day, just doing something, aerobics, jumping, dancing, gymnastics. I was always doing something, volleyball, you name it, I was doing it. So it's been interesting now that I look at not exercising from a healthy viewpoint instead of a compulsive, I need to exercise, otherwise I'm going to gain weight viewpoint. I still hear those thoughts, but I'm like, that makes no sense. A week of not exercising is not necessarily going to change much because I'll start back where I left off once I recover from anything. Plus, it would be better to have a full recovered toe so I can actually work out because I want to and it feels good for a long, long time in my life rather than having a broken toe forever because I didn't recover it appropriately. And so I think I'm facing this with a very different point of view in terms of the not exercising. I feel stressed. I feel like the stress should come out. And at the same time, I have sought ways of having the stress relax a little bit more. For example, taking my dog for a little bit longer walk, though it is very, very slow walk. I'm waiting on a scooter for my foot so it doesn't hurt so much when I'm walking in terms of my hips, because my hips are actually starting to get misaligned from the boot that I need to wear. And then I also think that I'm finding other ways, like thinking more about nature, thinking more about what can I do with my free time, and taking this as an opportunity to be doing other things that I haven't been allowing myself. Like yesterday I finished a book that I was reading for a while and finally got the time to sit down and finish all of it. So I think with the recovery now, I'm seeing and appreciating when I have these breaks a little bit differently, instead of thinking that, oh my God, this is disastrous that I can't work out. I did have a whole 24 hours where I was freaking out and I was very irritable. But once I accepted it, I moved on, and it's very interesting that I'm weirdly calm about it. I don't love it. I really feel the need to move my body, but at the same time, I'm calm and understand that my body needs a break right now because it needs to heal, and that I still need to nourish it appropriately. Even though I'm not expending the same energy, it still needs food in order to heal. It still needs nutrients in order to heal appropriately. And if I don't do that, if I don't feed myself and fuel myself appropriately, then I can't heal. And then that's still the same as having worked out. So I better take advantage and really go full blown with all the recommendations that were given to me. So this video is more to let you know a little update on a little bit of what's been going on, but also about how much I've grown with recovery. And the exercise was always one of the few things that has remained because I never stopped exercising during my recovery just because I needed it so much and because it makes me feel so good. That's why I needed it. It makes me feel good. My body likes moving. So it's been interesting 4 days of really not moving much. I did go kayaking over the weekend, but it was very mild and slow, and it was mainly the nature aspect of being in the water was what I enjoyed the most, and that helped me actually cope as well with my stress of not being able to lift the weights, and then finding other things that I can do with my day. So if you're struggling with exercise addiction or over exercising, compulsive exercising, or if you're struggling in recovery because your coach or your therapist, your team told you to stop or hold exercise for now, know that at some point you'll be able to go back and exercise without issue, just like I will after my toe recovers, and see it as something that's necessary right now so that you can push forward through your recovery and actually be triumphant in your recovery, and so that eventually you can get back to moving your body if that's actually what your body asks you to do. If you find out that you never really liked physical activity as much to begin with, and that's totally fine too, as long as you find something that you can do to help yourself out. Have a great day.